Hey guys, in this video I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to take you on a motorbike trip during rush hour, during a weekday, in particular an area where there's two big factories where tons of Filipinos work, and they literally line up waiting for jeepneys and buses to go home. And I thought I would take you through that area. It gets really crazy when driving, so I thought it'd be kind of fun. Stick around. Alright guys, here we go. So it's looking kind of rainy too. We've had 3 days of rain. Today was day 4 with no rain and clear sky, so I went out and got a lot of stuff done, went swimming, got a haircut, bike wash, and you know how that goes when you get your bike washed or your car washed, it rains, but it does look a little cloudy out. But you will see the area that we're going to go by. It gets really cloudy, or really busy. A lot of traffic and stuff. I got about 7 minutes till 5 o'clock, and that's when it really starts to get busy here. Traffic doesn't really start yet. It starts a little later, a little further down. This is when all the buses start to come out to pick up all the employees. You can see all the buses coming. Jeepneys, hobbles. Everybody kind of comes out around this time. The one thing you learn very quickly in the Philippines is there's no traffic laws really per se. It's kind of a free-for-all. I'm not going to drive too crazy today because I don't want to drive too fast. I want to be able to show you guys the sights and what's going on. But again, the traffic really starts to hit in a little while here. So hopefully you guys are getting a good view of all this here. Traffic enforcers. We do have some rain clouds kind of looking up ahead here. Oh. Road construction. We're down to 1 lane. By the way, I'm filming with the DJI Pocket 2 using the wireless mic and the backpack clip, which can be found down in the description. There's links. By far the best camera out there for vlogging and just for overall, vacations or whatever. It's a fantastic little camera to carry around. Very, very portable. Right around this time, people are getting out of work and going home. You got traffic enforcers here. Yep, so here's where all the traffic starts. And we're not going to do anything crazy, we're just going to follow the traffic. Normally I would be weaving in and out of jeepneys and around the left, passing on the left, passing on the right, doing all kinds of stuff. But I'm trying to slow it down so you guys can see everything. You see these guys passing here. I'm going to pass this guy real quick. Here. I'll pass this guy. Some of my crazy Filipino driving. There we go. Okay. Soldiers, looks like a checkpoint or something. Well, I hope I didn't leave the house too early and miss the factory workers all getting out of work, because that's at 5 o'clock and then just now hitting 5 o'clock. Maybe I should have waited 5 more minutes. Workers, all the jeepneys. Here you go. I'm going to go by slowly here. Look at all the people, all waiting for jeepneys and buses. See all the jeepneys all lined up. And this isn't even full traffic yet. This is just kind of the beginning here. And then all these little places that sell snacks. Well, in the blue uniform, these are factory workers. And you got, yeah, we just passed the factory. There we go. There are no stoplights really for pedestrians to go. You just have a traffic enforcer who comes out and helps people cross the road. Here's where the fun is. You go in between cars in the Philippines. You could never do this in the US. Right here, everybody's on their cell phones. Driving in between cars. Gotta be careful so you don't get squished. Don't want that. I've had a few close calls where like this. You want to learn how to drive a motorbike, come to the Philippines. You can drive here, you can drive anywhere. All right. Actually, I think Vietnam's even worse. Tainted love. Now the traffic's getting fun. We'll let the people pass. And we'll pull up. Between more cars. It's almost like playing Frogger. Okay, well this is traffic. Let this truck through. Just zipping along in between cars. This one looks like a little tight through this area there. Make it? I think I can make it. Go ahead in this guy's mirror. There we go. Okay. lots of jeepneys. Now back in the day, these jeepneys would be even more packed. But now they got a limit on how many people. Back in the day, before the pandemic, people would be hanging off the back of the jeepneys. Well, I wanted traffic. This is it, right? We're going to do a loop and come back around, but there'll be no traffic coming back. Traffic, traffic, traffic. Okay. So we're going to make a left up here and do a circle. There we go. Now this is Lapu-Lapu, Cebu. And Lapu-Lapu does get its traffic. Now around Mactan, Newtown, it doesn't get so busy, but here in this area, because of the factories and a lot more businesses, it gets busier. Ambulance. U-turn up here to go back around. This is always fun. Gotta be careful, there's a lot of traffic enforcers around and they will give you a citation. Certainly not like the United States where you could have a couple $100 ticket. The most I've ever really had here is a $20 ticket, but it does happen. Okay, so now the trip back home. Now hopefully there should be a lot more factory workers now than there was earlier, because when we drove by there initially it was just hitting 5 o'clock, so they probably hadn't even, they were probably just walking out of the factory or punching out. So got green light, we're good to go. One thing I've learned is you never pass a jeepney on the right because they're constantly pulling off to the right, so you always keep them on your right. If you're gonna pass, you gotta pass them on the left. Cars and stuff you can sometimes pass on the right, but jeepneys and buses and taxis, you gotta be careful. They can pull over at any point, squish you, and they don't pay attention. Wow. Yeah, these jeepneys, they never pay attention. They really feel like they own the road, so you just gotta be careful with jeepneys. Give them a wide berth. The only thing they have on their mind is picking up passengers and making money. They don't pay attention. A lot of traffic enforcers out. These guys with the badges hanging around their neck, the white shirt right here. That's a traffic enforcer. Okay, here's a lot of people waiting for jeepneys and buses. And we will be hitting the factory workers here shortly. guys, they just, traffic enforcers, they just looking for somebody to pull over. People waiting for jeepneys. Now granted, this is during the pandemic. It used to be much, much worse. A lot more people, a lot more traffic even. More people were working. Got less people working now. Again, you got a jeepney here. Here we go. Look at all the people here. Let me get past this jeepney and the bus, but look at all the people lined up. Go slow. Look at all that. And the blue is the uniform. Look at all the people. All those people. All lined up waiting for buses and jeepneys and white shirts and blue shirts and black shirts are all getting out from the factory here, right here. Here we go. Yeah, these are all factory workers. You want to find some dating, hang around the eateries after a shift ends at the factory here. Tons. Look at them all. Look at all these people. Tons of people. Drive a little dangerously here. Driving the oncoming traffic lane. Stay right behind this guy here. Oh my God, if I drove like this in the United States, I'd have my license revoked. I'd be thrown in jail. Oh, truck. This is where you got to be careful. Yeah, this is the traffic that I was talking about. This is how it gets during the rush hour here. It gets nuts. This is when I say to myself, a nice beach home would be fantastic. Some people bus all the way in from different cities outside of Cebu City. I mean, they travel a couple hours into the city to work at these factories, you know. Traffic enforcer. After 5 years here, I've still have never figured out what their hand signs are for traffic. You know, I just follow the crowd. Fruit market, produce market. Oh. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching. That was my kind of a tour of a real busy section of Lapu-Lapu here in Cebu, and with all the factory workers all getting out of work, waiting for the bus, the jeepneys, whatever. So appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.